MTV World Stage представляет.
One never felt nostalgic for classic rock tapes or popular horror series. Therefore, any return of the titans of the recent past in a new graphic wrapper or with fresh game mechanics, I perceive only from the point of view of modern realities.
The return of Resident Evil 2 with an updated graphics core and redesigned elements came as a real surprise last year against the backdrop of the same type of indie scene decisions or trying to copy the past success of blockbusters.
The fresh Resident Evil 3 remake continues to follow this path, using the general outline of the original to realize the ambitions of the studio's creative team.
The prettier Jill Valentine with the face of the Russian model Alexandra Zotova begins her journey through the infected raccoon city with a bright introduction, where first-person dreams are combined with incredibly spectacular scenes of chases and massive destruction. Taking a breath, players are introduced to game mechanics, which, compared to the original, offer much more opportunities for dodging, sliding when facing ordinary zombies or the unstoppable Nemesis.
Successful use of somersaults enables time dilation mode.
In addition to avoiding direct attacks, the main character can use an arsenal of weapons, including a pistol, shotgun and grenade launcher.
At minimum difficulty, you can get almost auto-homing and a tactical rifle.
However, even on easy, an ordinary zombie will require 3 accurate headshots.
The deadly knife, always available in reserve, is not suitable for melee fights for all players. It is too fast for opponents to squeeze close embraces and take the upper hand over you, biting into the flesh. Exploding barrels and electrical generators can kill or immobilize your opponents. Traditional puzzles for the series refer you to notes and posters scattered throughout the rooms with prompts or performing an action according to the drawn instruction diagram. Caches and secrets will give you character-specific upgrades, such as scopes and additional clips for a pistol or a stock for a compaction shotgun. Only the found bag will immediately appear on the main character's belt, swaying in time with Jill's hips. The familiar auto map from the previous part automatically marks the points for saving, the main places of interest with the types of locks and some secrets. Some, like the shotgun hanging under the lock, remain without special marks on the map. The arsenal of barriers in the story progresses includes locks and chains that require the use of a bolt cutter or a lockpick. Later you are prompted to swap the batteries, opening up detours. Naturally, bolt cutters, lockpicks, and batteries take up precious inventory space. Of course, they can be folded into the nearest chest and pulled out of a similar chest closer to the target, but this is not always convenient. In addition, only one character's items are moved within the chests. When playing for another, Jill's items from the storage will not be available to you. At the same time, the game is quite linear, although it offers to return to past locations with a new set of tools. But the number of such places available for research is rather limited. As the story develops, the locations visually change under the influence of external factors, which gives the story additional dynamism. Capcom hasn't forgotten about arthropods in Resident Evil 3 Remake. These monsters not only attack you from the ceiling or quietly sneak up from behind, but also try to lay eggs in their mouth. Only the traditional herbs for the series, which induce vomiting and magical rescue from thousands of larvae, will help to save a living incubator from fate. As before, bushes of greenery can be combined with each other, like gunpowder or explosives, to obtain ammo and healing pills. Moreover, you can make healing remedies or ammunition, as well as improved weapons on the go, which is incredibly convenient. The graphics component, like last time, breaks records, squeezing the last forces from the PlayStation 4 Pro, adding warmth to the room, and the three-dimensional sound, the wild noise of the fans. Therefore, playing Resident Evil 3 Remake is better with headphones, with which the immersion level will be much deeper. Opponents, in addition to visual pumping, have undergone significant changes. So here appeared zombies with tentacles on their heads, which resemble enemies from the fourth part, and mutant frogs from the sewers now refer to another unsuccessful project from the same umbrella. The animation of the characters, lighting and environment elements are great. In some places, of course, there is not enough interactivity, light bulbs do not break, and fire extinguishers do not hiss from a stray bullet, but what is in combination with fantastic screensavers that smoothly turn into live control is more than enough for maximum immersion.
Resident Evil 3 Remake is one of the biggest hits this year, showcasing how to adapt classic games while preserving the general atmosphere and storyline, combined with updated game mechanics and modern graphics. The emphasis on action and a more linear structure may disappoint some old fans of the series, in which case you can subtract 1 point from the rating, but if just yesterday you decided to replay the original and remember every plot twist by heart, ReR has something to surprise you, besides flashy chases, cinematic skirmishes and fantastic graphics.